baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Today we get to see the hottest bat in the league. He's been cranking home runs, Chris.
Yeah, going yard is hard enough, but he's doing it.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll. And today on the hill, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
And it's quickly 0-2 the designated hitter. And that's in the dirt. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
So just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Base hit center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now it's the right fielder, Larry Walker. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
1-0.
This one in the dirt. Harris into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Can't imagine he's too happy with that one on the mound. Just one pitch after giving up the single, he basically turns it into a double. Boog, here's a note on Yamamoto. He won 3 straight Sawamura Awards, the Japanese equivalent of the Cy Young Award, and the last 3 Pacific League Most Valuable Player Awards, which is the first MVP three-peat since Ichiro Suzuki.
There's a strike. 1 out, and a runner at second here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Swing and a ball hammered left field. That's going back. Back some more. And brings it in at the wall. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Chop to the left side. Sends it across to first, and that is that. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And starting in this one, Spencer Schwellenbach.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way, because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
Shohei Ohtani leading things off, takes a strike. pitch. In for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball. Just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That's outside. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the air, right field. Harris after it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Mookie Betts in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
Now 3-0. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Now, Babe Ruth. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Fastball for a strike. Ruth matched a homer in his last game. Betts over at first with 1 away. Next offering is in for a strike. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Has room and he makes the catch.
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Aaron Judge.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering contact, just the ability to hit for average. What you really like, though, stays in against those righties, and that's not so easy as a right-handed batter. There's the strike.
There's some players, for whatever reasons, they seem to just face a slew of right-handed pitchers, and their comfort level increased so much that they actually prefer to face that same side thrower in a tough situation.
And now it's even up. Yeah, most guys struggle against the same side, whether it's left on left or right on right, and this guy's an exception. On the ground to third, over to Albies, and the inning is over. So the Dodgers leave 1 scoreless after 1. Back here at Oracle Park, new inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Right through there for a strike.
Riley is one of those players that made his presence known in the majors right away. He hit a 438-foot home run off a Michael Walker fastball in his second at bat, which is probably the best way to make a first impression as a rookie, dude.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Now one missed. And there's a ball. And it remains 2-2. On a line base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Matt Olson up to the plate. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Yamamoto measures 5 feet 10 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a curve, a cutter, and he works in a slider. No score here in the second. Squirts away a little bit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Got him looking. Now 1 away.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Runner on the go. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And a foul ball. Throw to first, and he's back in easily.
I'm so glad Yamamoto made the move to Major League Baseball. He's one of the most decorated pitchers to come out of Japan and finished his Nippon professional baseball career in style.
Ball 1 there.
Facing elimination and pitching in Game 6 of the Japan series, Yamamoto pitched a complete game with 14 strikeouts and broke the series strikeout record held by...
Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Ow.
Not a fast runner on the base pass, so this kind of looks like it was a hit-and-run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Curve in the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. Throws to second, and he's got a double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So here's Murphy now. Foul ball there. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch 2-out double made this inning interesting.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. That missed by a lot. 1-2 to count. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Bottom of the second, and here's Freddie Freeman. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Now a screamer into the outfield. Ozuna makes the grab, 1 pitch and 1 out.
Batting 6, the center fielder, Tommy Edman.
And here comes Tommy Edman. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. And down on strikes he goes. Out number 2.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Handles, throws to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Dodgers go down quietly. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Yamamoto back to work. Check swing, called strike. Close, but called a ball. And the count is 1-1. And there's a foul ball. That's off the mark. It's 2-2. There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
All over that one right there. Absolutely hammered that baseball. Very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity. And at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
So the lineup flips over. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Swing and a foul straight back.
No, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
Man at second. In the dirt, and it scoots away. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball's gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
The 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And that one cutting but missing down low. Michael Harris the second in the on deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Line drive, base hit. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
big swing of the bat right there to give him the lead. That was clutch. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Acuna runs. Swing and a foul out of play. Acuna gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That one fouled off. Ground ball right side. Can't field it cleanly. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Larry Walker digs in now. He's 0 for 1. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
That's down and in.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
And there's the strike. Late with the swing there.
2-2.
Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Grounded out his first time. That misses, and that is ball 1. And it's even up to Ozuna. So now 1 and 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2 outs. That one not close. And that's ball 2. And there's a ball. Austin Riley on deck for Atlanta. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Back here in San Francisco, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jackie Robinson. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. First pitch misses.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
That misses the zone. 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
One down, base is empty. Line drive, and that's a base hit. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Wide to center his first time. Pitch is in there. Strike one. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Walker pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie now. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. That clips the corner.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Walker. He's got it. And that is that. One left for LA. Still behind by a count of 1-0. As we go to the top of the fourth, here is Austin Riley.
Austin Riley.
That clips the corner.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and there's 1 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Here's Matt Olson. Struck out looking his first time. That one missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. This one lifted in the air, left field. Judge. And it's caught for the out.
The batter number 1, second baseman.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Doubled his first time up. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Up the middle. And that is that. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 1-0. bottom four. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Babe Ruth. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
1 ball, no strike.
And a foul ball. And it gets by him.
Rough start to the inning for the defense. On the mound, he's thinking he's got the first out on a simple ground out, but that error changes everything. Now it has the makings of an inning where the offense can apply some pressure and try to make something happen.
Aaron Judge at the plate. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. Aaron Judge leads the yard. It's 2-1. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Off the plate inside, and now 2-0. Schwellenbach maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
No, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Ozuna makes the grab, one down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Foul ball. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Late swing, foul to the left. To the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over and got a ground ball.
2 down, bases empty. Down the third baseman, Max Muncy. This one in the air. Squeezes it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. That one misses. 1-0. Murphy, a former All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Hauls it in for the out. One down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Orlando.
Here's Orlando Arcia. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Sliced hard but foul.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
The Dodgers up by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
And that's down and away.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a base hit.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit back in the 1st. And now he steps off the rubber. Acuna runs. There's the ball. Go to second. Out there. And the inning is over.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Back here at Oracle Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jackie Robinson. And that's outside. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
The batter now will be Will Smith, and he's already singled in this game. That's in there. 0-1. There goes Jackie. Cut on and missed. And that's a stolen base, not even ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Outside low. Going to count 1 and 2.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, right fielder,
So the batting order turns over. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. 0 for 2 in this one. Robinson, the runner at second with 1 away. And that is out of play. Good eye right there. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Dylan Lee getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Number 63 getting loose as well.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And they get Ohtani for the out.
now batting, the shortstop.
Here's Mookie Betts now. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Now fly ball to right center. Harris after it. Makes the grab, and that will end the inning. So the Dodgers leave one, but they still lead it 2-1. And we're back. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Harris II. Yamamoto back to work. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Now one gone in the top of the 6th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And next for Atlanta, Larry Walker. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And that's in the dirt. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Yoshinobu Yamamoto won't go any further tonight.
Now pitching.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Kenta Maeda. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's Marcell Ozuna, and that one fouled off. Maeda moved to first. Walker dives back in safely. That's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Here comes Austin Riley. 1 for 2. Way outside, and that's ball 1.
Ball 2.
Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll touch them all. His 2nd of the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 3-2. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it. So impressive. You have to have such a clear and direct path to the baseball on a split finger, that location inside part of the plate. Did a tremendous job of staying inside of it and keeping that ball fair.
Here is Matt Olson. And the sweeper misses. And a fastball misses outside for a ball. And that's ball 2. Two outs. Pulls that one foul. On the ground, right side, and that's foul. Here's the pitch to Olson. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up with a fastball inside. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Babe Ruth. Here comes a pitch. And a curve is down and in. That's off the inside corner. Now 2-0. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and no one can get there. And a good start to the inning.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
It's Aaron Judge now. He's already homered here in this one. The Judge takes a strike. Action in the pen down there. Raisel Iglesias getting loose out there. Bummer warming up as well. It's softly on the ground to third. Riley tossed to second. Throw to first, but he beat it. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Spencer Schwellenbach out of the game, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. New pitcher for the Braves, Dylan Lee.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Freeman in the box now, takes strike one. With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. In the air, left field. Drops into the glove. That's out number 2. Tommy Edman at the plate.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
Fouled off down the right side. Judge off of first with 2 away.
Ball outside.
Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Move to first. And Judge back in safely. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Hard hit right side, and that is that. One left for LA, and it's still a 3-2 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, number 86.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That misses. Ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1.
Yeah, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Ripped on a line, and a base hit right there. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now, it's just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again.
Here's Sean Murphy. Tapped softly on the ground. Betts. He flips it to second in time. On to Freddie. Double play.
Very smooth on the feed to second right there. You've got to love that glove toss, Boo. You know, sometimes people think these guys are being a little flashy, but it actually can make more sense to do that than try to make a full transfer. And got to remember, these guys work on that play all the time, so it's in their back pocket whenever they need it.
Yeah, the batter now, Orlando Arcia. This to third. Muncy tosses to first. Out. That ends the frame. Braves go down quickly here, but they still lead at 3-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Raisel Iglesias.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Muncy.
And he hits a ground ball right side, but it kicks foul. On the ground. And they get the leadoff hitter in the seventh.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Jackie Robinson now at the plate. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Hard hit, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
One down. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Masataka Yoshida. And this is a big at-bat in this ball game.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Iglesias throw over with a single base runner because of all the power. They are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. There goes Jackie. Throw to second. Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
With the tying run at second, here the bottom of the seventh. That one off the mark. Now 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
So the tying run at second. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs,
got him swinging. And next for LA, Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 3 in this one.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Stays alive. Gets a piece and stays alive. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Now into the game, Dalton rushing. He takes over behind the plate.
68, Dalton rushing.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Slice to right, and it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. And it's a double, making him 3 for 4 on the day.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves. And takes low for ball 1. Way high. On the ground right side. Sends it to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
The right fielder, number 33, Larry Walker.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Larry Walker. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And he pumps it a strike.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Fought off foul.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
This one in the air. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the lefty's status. Oh, that hit him. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
2 on, 1 out. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Evan Phillips takes over on the mound.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Two on, one out. And that one goes straight to the backstop. Walker up to second. Runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position.
With 2 on and 1 out, you're just hoping you can get a double play ball to get yourself out of the inning. But now you've really got some work to do. Need a big strikeout here.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Big strikeout right there, and that kind of takes the pressure off the defense a bit. Infield was in, so now they can move back, give themselves more time on a grounder to make a play. A lot more ways to work out of this and strand that runner at third now.
Here is Austin Riley. Back in the 6th, he drove a 2-run shot out of here to help them get the lead they're working with.
Yeah, definitely one of the bigger moments in this game so far, and it could be one we look back on when this game is over as well.
Acuna at third. Walker on at second with 2 down. Swing and a foul out of play. And that one's a little bit low. 2-1.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Not even close there. And that's ball 3.
Fellas feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
2 outs, 2 in scoring position. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
2 outs, bases full. And here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. So they're all loaded up. Outside low, and now it's even 1-1. Olsen swings and drives it deep to right. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Dodgers 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Aaron Bummer.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And there's one down. Babe Ruth, the next to hit, 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. That clips a corner.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Left center, base hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes Aaron Judge. He's already homered in this game. Rudder takes off. That one ripped, but foul. Judge waits.